Welcome back to Mark Fisher Outdoors, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to another episode. This is another NPFL video. I kind of stayed out of it for a week and I got to do this, but this is not, I don't know that I'm even going to get into forward-facing sonar because that's not what it is. I might say the words a few times, but it won't have to do with the topic of forward-facing sonar. I'm talking about the NPFL and the way they're running that organization and my opinion about how tournament organizations should be run. We'll see whether you agree or not. Got a lot of other information to give you as well. Stick around, guys. Welcome back to Mark Fisher Outdoors, everybody. I'm Mark Fisher. Thank you for tuning in. I do want to give you a quick update before we start talking about the NPFL. Remember, our bobber pull fundraising event for elite veteran outfitters is in full force. We appreciate all you guys that have already sent in your donations. We're busy putting your names on bobbers and putting those bobbers in the pool. Please, if you haven't donated, please send in your donation. You go to the description page of this video. There's a GoFundMe page. Hit the link, send in your donation. Multiples of $5. You can send in $5, you can send in $25, whatever multiple of $5 you'd like to donate. For every $5 you donate, we're going to put your name on a bobber. We're going to throw it in the pool. And on September 16th, we're going to jump in the pool and grab out the winners. Let me show you, because I just got this. This is first place. This rod and reel combo, this is a Daiwa Fuego LT 2500 reel, along with a St. Croix Victory rod. First place prize. This is provided by 2JS Industries, my title sponsor. Little special help from Dave over at Dave's Bait and Tackle. Both of those companies are located in Crystal Lake. Check them out. We appreciate their support. 2JS has been very supportive of elite veteran outfitters. We appreciate Dave helping out with this. Dave donated some other prizes as well. We have just got a tremendous amount of support from our sponsors. Twin Lakes has 2 second place prizes. There's going to be 2 second place winners, each of them getting a $150 gift certificate to Twin Lakes Marine. So even if you're not local, you can still use that gift certificate. Third place is $75 of core tackle products. And then, boy, I gotta thank Phoenix. Phoenix came through in a big way. Over $2,500 worth of products that we're gonna be giving away, along with Mercury, who donated some excellent apparel and accessory types of products. So we really appreciate the help that we got from our friends over at Mercury Marine. And we can't forget Rebel Fin, who provided all of the bobbers that are going to be in the pool. So guys, it's now up to you. Everybody else has participated in getting the prizes. Now it's up to you. Get your donation in. Remember, every $5 gets you a bobber. And don't forget, I'm going to match the first $500 worth of donations. So if you put $5 in and you're one of the first $500 worth of donations, I'm going to put another $5 in and you're going to end up getting 2 bobbers. One for your $5 and one for the $5 that I match for you. So guys, go to that description page, go to the GoFundMe, send in your donation. It's such a worthy cause. Help veterans, get them out fishing and hunting. Elite veteran outfitters, it's a great cause. Let's start talking about another great organization, and we're talking about the NPFL. So here's what I have to say about this. The decision that they made to come out and ban forward-facing sonar, that is not why I'm doing this video. I think the thing that intrigues me the most is that for years, I'm talking about back when I was in my 20s and helping out local fishing organizations here in the northern Illinois, southern Wisconsin area. I would write the articles for their tournaments. Oh, this guy won on this bait, or these guys came in second, and I would help out with at each of the tournaments. At the end of the tournament, we'd go over to a local pub or something like that, have a few beers, and the tournament director would just be, I mean, that was, his day was done, but he would be like, oh my God, Joe was complaining about this, and that team was complaining about this. We just can't make everybody happy. We got to do this to make these guys happy. We got to do that to make, and my response would be, I don't understand. Why are you trying to make everybody happy? Do what you think is right, and the people who agree with you and feel like you're doing a good job will come and fish your tournaments. And those people who don't will go somewhere else. Let them go somewhere else. That's it. Your job is not to make everybody happy. Your job is to put out a good product. I've been preaching that for years. It's the way I ran my business for the last 33 or 34 years. I'm going to put out a good product. If people don't like it, they should go somewhere else. The people who do like it will be loyal. They will be happy because they like what you're doing, and they like the fact that you're there to do what you think is the right thing to do. And part of that is to make your customers happy. Not your customers in general, but the customers who believe in what you do. They have to already believe in what you do. Once they do that, now your job is to make them happy within that constraint. That doesn't mean changing what you do. It means making them feel like they're part of the team, but not management team. They're part of the team in terms of, yes, you're part of my customers. You like what we do, and we want you to be happy being here amongst what we do. But you don't change the entire, you don't flip-flop back and forth. And I've heard tournament organizations boast about the fact that, well, we're an angler-run circuit. We take feedback from the anglers. I literally heard Brad Fuller talk on a podcast last week about the fact that he doesn't have an angler advisory board or anything. And the reason for that is that anglers can't agree on anything, which is 100% true. In my years of experience, there's two organizations or two groups of people who 100% cannot agree. Fishermen and horse people. If you take 10 fishermen or 10 horse people and you ask 10 fishermen, what do you think about a spinnerbait? You'll get 10 answers, 10 different answers. You ask 10 horse people, how do you train a horse? You will get 10 different answers. There is no way that those two groups will agree on anything. Why ask for their opinion when you're absolutely not going to get a consensus? Run your organization the way you feel it should be run, the way that it is best for your business. If that's what you believe, then you want to see how many people come alongside of you and support what you're doing. If enough people come along, you've got a successful business. If enough people don't come along, then your plan wasn't good and you shouldn't be running that business. But you don't start a business with the business model of we got to make everybody happy, because that is never going to happen. So yes, I think the choice for NPFL to come out and ban forward-facing sonar, whether I agree with it or not, doesn't matter. The fact that they were willing to take a stand, be the first to take a stand. Granted, they looked at it and said, we don't have a lot to lose. We don't have any electronic sponsors to begin with, so we don't. Good. Okay. So you were able to be in that position to make that choice. Now the idea is, let's see how many people come along and agree with that stance. And if it works, you're going to be running a solid business. If it doesn't work, hey, time to open up a bait shop and, make your money that way. But at least you're taking a stance and you're running the business with a solid business model. Solid business model and the right or wrong choices, those are two different things. But a solid business model means we're not going to try and make everybody happy all the time, because that is just not a realistic thing to ever have happen in any business. Doesn't matter whether you're running a bass company or you're running a restaurant. And I use that example. If somebody came in, if you were running a restaurant and you made great steaks, and somebody came in and said, hey, you know what, today we love the way you make steaks, but today we want a pizza. If that wasn't on your menu, you wouldn't make it for them, because it's not your business. It's not, and you'd 100% say, you know what, today, guys, you're going to have to go somewhere else because we don't make pizzas. And I think that that's the approach that the NPFL is taking, and I think that it's a strong stance. The other thing that I do have to say real quick is that I have had a number of guys that have told me, and these are guys that fish the elites, that fish Major League Fishing, but they also fish the NPFL. And they will tell me that the way they are treated at the NPFL is one of the best run tournament circuits around. They're treated well, they're treated with respect, they're valued as members of the anglers that fish that circuit. And we're talking about guys who have experience fishing on the elites, or guys who have experience fishing Major League Fishing. And they're still saying that the way the NPFL does it is better from a standpoint of they feel more a part of that organization and team. So that's pretty high praise coming from an organization that says, hey, we don't have an angler committee because we aren't really interested in your opinion about how to run our business. We'll be running our business the way that we think we should be running our business. And the other thing that I heard Brad Fuller say that I really respect is, as an angler, you have a brand. Do what's best for your brand. We have a brand. We'll do what's best for our brand. If those two things mesh, we should work together. If they don't, you should work somewhere else where it's better for your brand. That is an appropriate business stance to take, and one that maybe anglers need to kind of grow up a little bit and kind of realize that a tournament organization isn't necessarily going to make every choice based on what's best for that tournament angler, and they're going to have to just decide which is the best choice to make in terms of where they fish. Guys, this is my opinion. I realize I'm kind of ranting and raving, but I didn't want to get into last week's NPFL and bass with the forward-facing sonar, because quite honestly, we've known that was coming for quite some time, and that's really not what this is about. It's really about my perception of what I see in the way that the NPFL is being run, and I have to say, I'm pretty impressed, and I wish them all the best as they continue. Guys, I hope you enjoyed today's content. If you have any comments, I would love to hear them. To be honest, guys, making comments is a way that you can support the channel. Another way you can support the channel, if you haven't done so, is to hit that subscribe button, put that thumbs up, and interact with us a little bit in doing that after you watch the video. So guys, thanks for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow with a very, very special episode, and I think you're going to like that one. So tune in tomorrow. Take care, guys.